I'm Susan Vance, Billionaire CEO, and I just got kicked out of my own car by my driver's girlfriend. A sticky note was plastered on the car seat. Broke moochers are not allowed in this car.
Stop hitching rides for my boyfriend, you fake leech.
Before I could say a word, Jimmy hit the gas and drove off in my Maybach. I dialed 911.
A man and a woman just stole my car.
20 minutes later, a cop car pulled up. Before the officers could even ask for details, Jimmy came back in my black Maybach. He screeches to a halt, jumps out of the car, and turns pale.
Mrs. Vance, what's going on? Why did you call the cops?
I just glare at him, silent.
Are you the guy who stole her car? No. Officer, it's a total misunderstanding. I'm Mrs. Vance's driver. I was just dropping someone off on the way. It only took a few minutes. Look, I brought the car back the second I could, didn't I? Mrs. Vance, do you want to press charges? Mrs. Vance, please, for the sake of my dad, Gary, let me slide this once.
Hearing him mention his dad, Gary, my heart softened for a second. Gary was my driver for 6 years. He was honest, reliable, and never caused trouble. 3 months ago, Gary found out he had a serious lung issue and needed long-term rest, so he had to quit. The day he left, he stood in my office, looking embarrassed, and begged me to let his son, Jimmy, take over his job. For Gary's sake, I nodded. The first 2 months, Jimmy was actually fine. He did his job, picked me up on time, and kept the car spotless. But starting last month, things flipped. That day, when Jimmy came to pick me up, a woman caked in heavy makeup was sitting in the passenger seat. I totally confused. Jimmy rushes out of the car to explain.
Mrs. Vance, this is my girlfriend, Chloe. I'm just giving her a quick lift.
I nodded and said nothing. But later, I noticed things getting weird. Every morning, Jimmy would pick Chloe up first and then come get me. At first, Chloe just liked taking selfies and videos in the passenger seat, flexing on social media. But what I couldn't stand was the way Chloe looked at me, always filled with pure disgust and contempt. She would literally spray perfume aggressively toward the back seat right after I got in.
Ugh, seriously? This car is so expensive. Why does it always smell like a cheap, broke peasant?
Until today, when I saw that sticky note on my seat, everything clicked. Chloe didn't think I was the boss. She thought I was the one begging for a ride. Originally, I was going to teach Jimmy and Chloe a lesson, but right now, Jimmy is begging me like crazy.
Mrs. Vance, I promise, there won't be a next time. I will make things clear with Chloe today. I will never pick her up again. Please, for my dad's sake, just forgive me this once.
Forget it. I'm letting it go.
After the cops left, Jimmy let out a huge sigh of relief and kept thanking me over and over. I didn't say anything else. I got into the car and told him to drive me to the office. After that day, Jimmy actually behaved himself for a while. Every time he came to pick me up, Chloe was no longer in the passenger seat. The car was perfectly cleaned. Every single trace of that note was wiped away. His driving was still smooth. No problems there. The only issue was he kept showing up late, and he always had an excuse.
Ms. Vance, I'm so sorry. There was a car accident today, so I got stuck in traffic for a bit. Ms. Vance, I am so sorry. My alarm didn't go off and I overslept.
Even though his excuses sounded sketchy every single time, he had a good attitude, so I didn't make a big deal out of it. I thought that was the end of it. Until one weekend, I made a last-minute decision to spend 2 days at my suburban villa for a vacation.
Where are you right now? I need to go somewhere. Drive over and pick me up.
He stammers for a long time before finally whispering nervously,
Mrs. Vance, I found out this morning that the car had a flat tire. It's at the repair shop right now. It won't be fixed until tomorrow. Where are you going? How about I call an Uber for you?
Forget it. I'll just call one myself.
After hanging up, I took a ride to my suburban villa. But the moment I arrived at the front gate, I froze. Because my Maybach was parked right there, perfectly fine, right in front of my villa. Once I was sure it was indeed my car, I rushed toward the villa gate. The front door was slightly open. I pushed it open, and the moment I saw what was inside, I completely froze. The living room was an absolute mess. The coffee table and the floor were covered in empty beer bottles, takeout boxes, cigarette butts, and snack crumbs everywhere. My multi-million-dollar couch and rugs were covered in dirty footprints. Seeing this, my fists instantly clenched. I scanned the room and spotted Chloe sitting right on the couch facing the door. She's completely surrounded by people.
Chloe, you are so lucky. You scored such a rich boyfriend. When you become a rich housewife in the future, don't forget about us, your day ones.
Chloe smirked, soaking in all the compliments. She was just about to speak, but when she looked up, she saw me standing at the door. Her smile vanishes. She struts over to me in her high heels, head held high. Without a single word, she hits me hard across the face.
You bitch! Did you seriously stalk my boyfriend all the way here?
The sudden slap leaves me completely frozen. Everyone in the room gasps, their eyes wide with shock.
Chloe, what's going on? This is the freeloader I was just telling you about. Freeloading rides from my boyfriend wasn't enough, and now you're trying to crash his house too?
I stare at Chloe in utter disbelief.
Who told you this was Jimmy's house? He told me himself. Duh. You bitch, you're just targeting my boyfriend because he's a young CEO of a land company, so you're trying every trashy way to seduce him, aren't you? Free load rides every day wasn't enough. Now you're showing up at his villa to throw yourself at him? Let me tell you something. Jimmy said he only picks you up because you're at his employer's company. Don't test my patience.